Now, they're starting to get some intelligence report that there's ominous forecast that there's going to be some big attacks, some big enemy thrusts, and he's taking some time to prepare for that. My targets for improvement were discipline and tactics. The two are closely related. In the heat of battle, there is no time for second-guessing the commander, and it is necessary for a soldier to develop an automatic response to an order. Such instantaneous obedience will overcome all fears, all confusion, all inclinations towards self-preservation. It is the result of unmitigated daily discipline in all things. From taking the daily malaria pill to shaving each day to attacking in the face of an automatic weapon. I'm adding this to my life. The statement of unmitigated daily discipline in all things. They're heading out on a patrol, and as McDonough heads up the line to inspect some of the soldiers, here we go to the book. Suddenly there was a hollow-sounding explosion and a whistling past my ear, followed by another explosion a second later about 150 meters out in the bushes. I spun around to see King. It's one of the guys. King with a sneer on his face. "Sorry, LT," the words hissed from his mouth. "I dropped my weapon." The grenade launcher dangled from his right hand, a waft of smoke curling up from the barrel. It was clear that he had fired his 40-millimeter round at me. At that range, he could not have missed, so he must have meant it as a warning. He was telling me he did not like my attitude. So you got McDonough, who's been imposing discipline and trying to keep the guys squared away, and this guy doesn't like it. And so he sends him a little warning shot with his M79 grenade launcher. I was scared, but I was angry too. King had not only threatened my life, but my authority as well. A few weeks earlier, I might have been overcome by the situation, but since then I had developed the thick skin necessary for survival in Vietnam. With murder in my eyes, I looked into King's face. Slowly, deliberately, I walked up to him, saying nothing until I was close enough to touch him. I had made no threatening gesture. Suddenly, when I was close enough to smell his breath, I flicked my M16 into fire position and placed the muzzle of the weapon in the cavity of the underside of his chin. He went up on his toes as I increased the pressure of the rifle barrel, lifting him up against the bottom of his head. The sneer was now on my face as I raised my voice so everyone could hear, "You son of a bitch." The eyes of everyone in the platoon were riveted on us. "Drop your weapon again, and you better pray to God it hits me square in the back, because if it doesn't, you bastard, I'll blow your brains to kingdom come." Not a man stirred, putting down a little rebellion. But again, this is something, when you think about that, I mean, from my perspective, nothing like that ever came close to happening to me at any time. Yeah. Was there any time where I ever thought any of my guys would do anything in any way to hurt me in any situation? In fact, those guys would do anything to save me. Mm. They would never let anything happen to me. And here you have one of your guys that just decides he's going to give you a little warning shot with a 40-millimeter grenade launcher.
Yeah, because he doesn't like your attitude or whatever. That probably had a lot to do with a lot of those guys didn't want to be there.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.